Tools required for this procedure include an oil can for lubrication, a thread gauge or new stud to check our stud threads, a stud cleaner with a power drill attachment, and a torque wrench that will achieve 475 foot-pounds of torque. First, we're going to remove our lug nuts with an impact wrench. Next, we're going to remove our wheels. Now we will remove our drum. Next, we're going to clean all our studs using our stud cleaner with a power drill. We want to make sure we don't go too fast so we don't miss any debris on the studs. Now we're going to inspect our studs using a 1.50 thread gauge. If you do not have a thread gauge, you can use a brand new stud, but we recommend using a gauge. We are looking for any defects in the studs. We will want to check each stud in these 3 places. Next, we're going to clean our hub mating surfaces and hub pads. All mating surfaces must be cleaned to eliminate debris and scale. This will ensure proper clamp load. Next, we're going to be checking the clearance between the hub and the wheel studs. We are using a 2000s feeler gauge. There should be no gap and our feeler gauge should not fit in. If the feeler gauge goes in, that tells us we need further inspection and possible replacement of the studs. Next, we're going to oil our hub pads. We'll use 2 drops of oil on each pad. This will help prevent buildup between the rim and the hub. Next, we're going to apply 1 drop of oil between the nut and the flange. We're going to spin the nut and the flange to work the oil in. This allows the nut to spin freely when torquing to achieve proper clamp load. Next, we're going to oil our studs. We're going to use 1 to 2 drops of oil on the first couple threads. This allows us to achieve proper clamp load. Without this oil on our studs, we will lose almost half of our clamp load. Too much oil will compound our torque and result in over-torqued studs. Now we are going to install our brake drum. Before installing our wheels, we'll make sure that both mating surfaces are free of debris and scale. If there is debris between both our mating surfaces, we will not achieve proper clamp load. This is a big cause for wheel offs. Now we're going to install our wheels. Now we're using a 3/4 inch 90 psi air regulated impact. This gun is set at the lowest setting with a 475 foot-pound torque stick. This is used just to seat the wheels. We want our torque wrench to perform the work. We're going to use an offset uniform pattern to torque our lugs. This will ensure our wheel gets seated properly. If the air pressure is not regulated, this will over-torque your lugs and damage your torque stick. Now, using a calibrated torque wrench, we're going to torque our lug nuts at 475 foot-pounds. We are going to follow the same pattern as we did with our torque stick. Then in a clockwise motion starting at 12 o'clock, we're going to torque each lug nut to ensure no lug nut was missed. To finalize our torquing procedure, we're going to install F900 torque seal. Torque seal is an inexpensive way to detect loose fasteners. Not only does this benefit our maintenance team, but also our drivers. When it comes to trucking, safety is our #1 goal. Having a proper wheel maintenance program in place guarantees your safety over the road.